Welcome to Disney Ant Farm Series Review. In episode 1, China was so excited started a new school. China brother didn't like the idea she going to the same high school. The man is showing everyone in the classroom and their amazing talent. China made friends with Olive, who knows a lot. The music teacher was talking about performing for Hairspray. They went to the Lexi's party. She was not happy. In episode 2, the man pulled the kids on the rope. China said the rope is not working. They looking at the fair. Lexi's wants people join their club. China friend doesn't want to go. She was there to support her friend. Other friend of China brother was doing his own club. China said sorry to Lexi's friend. China found out she is getting shot out of the cannon. In episode 3, China friend was in the classroom. The head teacher was looking for him. She said that too bad she wanted him to paint her. Boy walking and said, "Who's the new kid?" China brother is not happy at China best friend who throw glitter at him. China brother asked for Lexi's help, then he was not happy with her. He had a old piece of cheese on it. In episode 4, China brother wanted to go out to get a milkshake. China walked in and asked her dad to watch TV before homework. China is watching TV drama about high school. It was morning. She was surprised it was morning. She stayed up all night watching a drama show. China brother and Lexi's found the head teacher phone and used it as a plan. Head teacher said, "Have you found my phone?" In episode 5, China so excited her first high school dance. Lexi said, "Sorry, you're not allowed at the dance. The kids looks like they are not having fun." China wants to turn around and go home. China was laughing when her friend used a bet. She thought candy is coming out. He was eating a China costume. In episode 6, China walked in and said, "Hey guys, what's up?" China said, "Is that my head made out of chewed up bubble gum?" It was lunchtime. The boy pulled a chair for China. She said, "What are you doing?" China friend wants to ask Lexi's friend, "Do you want to be in a newspaper?" China invited guy who looked after kids in school. In episode 7, China was playing her music in the kitchen. China brother was doing someone homework. It was lunchtime. She showed everyone her not-so-good bag. Boy said, "Look at my pudding. I got 10 points." China had idea to get loads of points. China was happy with her new bag. Her dad was not happy. China dad called his friend to go undercover at her school. In episode 8, the boy made a toy of China. China walked in and said, "What are you doing?" China and her friends started dancing with music. China brother was helping the werewolf out with something stuck in his foot. China was watching the new kid doing his acting talent. China brother was showing his dad about the game. He got in first place. In episode 9, it was lunchtime. The boy said, "Wait, what is this?" China said, "Well, the sign said chicken nuggets, but I wouldn't surprised if there were some pigeon in there." The head teacher was giving everyone awards. China brother was upset he didn't get one. China friend asked the head teacher about the lunch. He asked, "What are these?" She was like, "Food," then she said, "More or less." In episode 10, China was making a video. China was about a soccer ball and kicked the table by accident. Then her brother opened the door. The head teacher was going to teach the classroom. The class has to pick a partner to work at school. The head teacher said to the class she wants them to make her a dress. The kids made her a Wicked Witch costume, and one of the kids threw water at her. In episode 11, China and her friends are walked into school. It was cold. The boy left the door open. The weather in school was now rain on the inside. China was going asked the head teacher to fix the school. Lexis was crying she won a competition. China said, "You don't need to say thank you to me. The kids are going to help to save the teacher." In episode 12, China went home. She couldn't get in her. She asked why at her work at their house. China friend was so excited to go back into the bounce house. China said surprised to one of her friends. Lexis went over at China house to help China mom. China friend is upset about his art being in a museum. In episode 13, China forget permission slip to go on a school trip. Teacher was upset. All of the kids were not happy at China when he left. China brother was writing about his favorite hero. The head teacher walked into the classroom and said, "China, this your fault. Olive doesn't want to teach her the class. She doesn't like being a student in school." In episode 14, Monster China is so excited to go to same high school with her brother. She went into her monster classroom and saw everyone. China was, "So this is school full of monsters." China said, "I buy you a hat." China monster friend fixed the teacher. The big kids didn't like the monster kids. The big kids were hiding away from the monster kids. In episode 15, China friend can't wait for the field trip days away from school prison. China said happy birthday to her friend. China is going to write a new birthday song. China saw a famous person in school called Madame Gugu. She changed in outfits magically. She give China her phone number. China lost Madame Gugu phone number in the cookie. Lexis was upset she wasn't invited to someone's birthday party. In episode 16, everyone are making juice with their feet in the classroom. The head teacher walked in the classroom, asked one student to do a speech. China is not happy at her brother for broken her iPad at home. China brother asked the teacher if there a way to fix China iPad. China is asking people to help her with her speech. China friend lost her memories in the classroom. She asked, "Who are you guys?" In episode 17, at lunchtime, Lexis have a party. China heard that she having a party. China is having a sleepover at her house and her friend is invited. China brother saw one of the kids from the ant farm class, asked him to help for the comic book. China was given everyone they invited to go at the sleepover party. China friend didn't want to go to the sleepover. Then Lexi's sleepover party went to China house. China went to her friend's house to get her bed. In episode 18, part 1 in the School America Needs Talent, China is so excited. The judges were watching everyone in the audition for the TV show. China was doing impressions in front of the judges. Lexi's is performing a song she wrote. China so excited she going to Hollywood, and Lexi's made it to Hollywood too. China dad was excited she going on TV. China dad scream he doesn't like flying. China dad screaming and run back upstairs to cry. Lexi's can't fit all her makeup in her case. In episode 19, part 2, man on TV said China is missing. Lexi's overheard. China told them what happened when she went into jail and had a plan. China was smiling on stage, then they get behind the scene. China friend is reading books for a quiz show. She was excited. China was surprised that the camera people were in their room. Lexi's screaming she was not camera ready for being on TV. In episode 20, China said she loved Christmas and her dad went to the hospital. China mom took the tool away from China dad when he went to the hospital. The kids put the Christmas things on. The head teacher walked in and asked the kids to make all of the toys. The boy picked up the doll and went on the floor. China had an idea with Jack in the Box. Lexi's was dressed as a wrap-up present. China said, well done, we made 99 Jack in the Boxes. In episode 21, China so excited about the school play it is Grease. China friend was not happy how the lady was treated in the 1950s. Music teacher said, how did you find out about this? China brother said to Gibson, what are you doing here? Was having a shower at school. China brother showed the teacher stay at their home. The parents don't know. Everyone tells the idea of the school play. The music teacher liked the idea. In episode 22, Wolf was getting his lunch. China said to her friends, yeah, I wish Angel would wear a hairnet. China said, you got something on your head? China brother was talking to Lexus about the band. He said, I can get you backstage pass. China was on the internet search about the band. The kid's face was shocked. China friends make up the band website. Reach didn't exist. China said to hurry up before her mum makes it back work to look on the internet. In episode 23, in the classroom, everyone was having their birthday party. China forgot to get everyone their birthday gift. China friend said the boy loved her. Then she was like, what? China let him down. He took her present away. Lex's friend told her about their cheerleader captain quit. China face was in shock. Say, why would you do that? In episode 20 for the classroom, China back is hurting after carrying a huge book. China friends came up with the ideas to help people in school life. Lex is saying hello to everyone. Her friend was in a wheelchair after hurting her arm. China friend pressed the button, then the pack bag was hitting her in the face. Everyone was signed Lexi's friend arm. Then Lexi showed up with her arms. Lexi's friend broke her other arm and leg. In episode 25, China walked into the classroom. China friend was panicking about the new kid at school. They said keep the shirt on. The new kid at school said hi to the kids in the classroom. China brother was excited about doing a driving lesson. China and her brother dad was doing the driving lesson in the school. They were looking at the clock. It was lunchtime. The new kid was sitting down. Then Lexi said, "What are you doing?" China and her friends went to ballet to keep an eye on the new kid. In episode 26, China was in the classroom on the piano. China friend coming in the classroom with her pet robot. The head teacher was talking to Lexis for her help. Lexis asked why would she help her to be cool. China friend was upset about her robot pet was not working. So China have to solve a mystery. Her destroy China friend pet robot. I give Disney Ant Farm series 10 out of 10 awesome.